On the 18th of December, the tankard gave to me more whiskey.
Ideal. Is what I call that scenario. Hopefully, ideal all the way down, and we're going to get it. I can feel it. I feel strong today. I don't know why. Maybe it's false confidence. But speaking of strong, that's a bit of a colour, you'd have to say. Look at that.
Yeah.
Last time we had a colour like that, it was brandy. So maybe I shouldn't be so cheery, but I don't think it's brandy. It's okay. It's not a mistake you make twice in a year.
Oh, that's
I'm smelling
familiar.
a bit of peat.
Yeah.
Unless I failed to wash my glass out properly from the last one, which I think I did.
The last one was unpeated, so...
Here. Oh, whilst it was the long one.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here we go. Definitely peated, I think.
It's the rich, rubbery tyre smoke kind of a peat.
That's very chlorine peat. I think we are back in the Isla peated direction
Yeah.
now.
Greasy, dirty peat.
All right, let's see.
Oh,
Yep.
it's filthy. In a good way.
Fully peated. That's definitely fully peated. It's not correct. Hang on, what's happening at the end there? Blowing it back over my palate here.
Almost Longbow red kind of peat.
A little bit.
With an intense, same with rich cast character.
It is very rich on the oak.
Yeah.
There is, what do we got here? We've got roasted nuts, lots of almond, walnut. A little bit of chocolate, but it's faint. It's quite faint.
Oh, that peat is going a little bit fishy, almost into the coal eel.
I think it is definitely marine peat there. Yeah. Definitely good for Isla peat or island peat. Interesting. And everything else is a little bit hard to get through because of that quite major peating level there.
Apologies to headphone users.
We just won't stop. We won't stop it.
Yeah.
Okay. All more useful tasting notes for the audience there. There's a sort of a red currant, and there's quite a funk to this one. There's quite a foust. If you've ever heard that tasting note.
See what that water is onto it.
Yeah, red berries coming out now.
Yeah, the water
which
is just emphasised the peat more than anything else.
It's making me increasingly suspicious for long row. The old clues in there. Increasingly suspicious for long row. But it's a little too clean even then. Let's see. Oop. This one's going to fight me. Okay. 55 ppm. Okay. Well, that's one of the more cut and dry. Oh, wait. Greater than 50 ppm.
Yeah.
Okay, so fully peated, it most certainly is. Greater than. That's interesting. Maybe they didn't have a... Well, we'll find out, I suppose. So, yes, okay. That confirms something we already knew. So, damn. Not 100%
so it is helpful. It means it's from one of the distilleries who documents their ppm and lets you know.
Yes, 50 ppm.
Ardbeg are fond of listing that on a bottle. Kilhoman, do they also?
I'm not sure Kilhoman do. You can usually find these things out. I'm trying to think. I couldn't rattle off exactly who's got what ppm, but that's 50 is up the higher end. Yeah. It is up the higher end, and we are getting into Ardbeg Lafroig territory with that level.
Well, the colour is rich. The whiskey itself tastes like it might be on the younger end. So it's making me think of Kilhoman, because often with novel or very active casks, lots of peat, relatively short maturation.
It's not quite sooty enough for Kilhoman. Kilhoman's got really block of charcoal sootiness to it.
Yeah.
But it could be the Loch Gorm. It could be Loch Gorm because that's got the sherry note in it, but I don't know. Oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? The pipe was very likely the Captain Haddock one.
Yeah.
This could be Bowmore. This could easily be Bowmore blended by Rachel Berry. I might like Bowmore actually.
Yeah, that's
an actionable clue.
Yes.
I'm not too great on Bowmore. I usually regard Bowmore as the peat to be slightly more mineral, quite more flinty, more stony than what this is giving me. This is almost like the whiskey is a little bit too sweet for the peat. because Bowmore's reasonably dry.
And again,
as well.
they have broadened their range of expressions.
Yeah,
so,
it's honestly been really quite a long time since I've had Bowmore, but
yeah, I'd say Bowmore is as solid a guess as any.
because I can't link it to anything else that we haven't, that we're still thinking of. This is not France. This is not Lowland in a million years. Okay, Bowmore.
Yeah.
That was a quick one. That was a quick Bowmore.
Yes. Okay. What is? Oh, don't we have?
Oh, I almost made a horrible mistake. Good grief. Okay, good spotting.
What we got?
No, I was one whiskey ahead. This is
still on the B side,
fact,
but it is Ben Romick 2012.
this is the Ben Romick Contrasts Peat Smoke Sherry Cask Mature. Okie dokie.
Okay,
so
55 parts per million, 8 years old, age strength, first fill sherry hogsheads. That explains so much. It's younger whiskey, first fill sherry, peated.
It explains
heavily.
It explains the extra sweetness too, because this is peated Speyside. We were just talking about this and getting it wrong on another pick, or at least I was. Contrasts. I thought Ben Romick peated as a matter of course these days, but maybe not. Maybe heavily peated is still considered.
Its own special thing.
It's special treatment. Okay, and so what does that? Rachel Barry doesn't work for that one.
Well, Ben Romick do have a distinctive red chimneys with lots of foliage.
Oh, is it the chimney finally?
I believe so.
Oh, okay, that's probably pretty good.
And chimney ties in nicely to smoke, therefore peat.
So probably, question mark as well.
Yeah.
Probably that one. If that was on our chimney list, which I've already forgotten, but I think we were just talking about Ben Romick and chimneys. Ooh, okay, that was a bit of a fibber with the peat. Not that I'm poo-pooing Ben Romick. I thought their peat was a lot more Highland inspired. I thought it was a lot drier the last time I caught up with it. But maybe when you use more, because I'm used to just the Ben Romick 10, which is definitely not 55 ppm. It's probably more like 10, I think. I remembered that being much more, coaly, subtle mineral peat. This is... Well, it fooled us both into thinking it was Isla. There is much more of a chlorine hit on this one.
It may have had to change their peat supplier or alter their peat blend, even, if such a thing exists.
Not sure, but anyway, that's as much of an apology as I can give this one.
It's tasty, though. Okay, we'll take a quick break
whiskey,
while we figure out just how wrong we were.
Sadly, there's going to be
our wrongness.
There's going to be a fairy involved, but hopefully not too much else. Let's see.
Back in just a sec.
That could have been worse. That was fine. That's only 371 kilometres. Sounds a lot, but when you're as well travelled as we are, we can shrug that one off. I think that's not so bad.
The distance bucket,
and it certainly doesn't change the rankings by a slight. We're going to need another continent skip for that one. As for how much we like it, I like all Bowmore really quite a bit, and this one is certainly no slouch.
This isn't even Bowmore as we thought it was, but
the fake Bowmore, Ben Romick. 2012, so 8 years old, not an old whiskey by any means, but I think mature beyond its years. It's got really quite a lot going on. This one for me, I think it's not going to get into on the podium per se, but I think this is better than the Kilkerran 16. I think this has got more punch to it. I might even put this above the Scallywag.
Interesting.
What do you think?
I was thinking, just below the Scallywag.
Just below Scallywag. Okay.
Go just above, but maybe your
I'll put it below the Scallywag.
Okay.
There we go. So for probably one of the slightly cheaper whiskies on this list, I'd say that's a pretty good hit.
Yeah.
For that one. A power user of Excel would have started this in the first row so that the ranking would have been made instantly apparent. But that's our first. It's our new number. Yeah. Whatever. Bowmore. Ben Romick. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Losing it now.
And hopefully we have now accounted for the elusive red chimney clue.
There is, the chimney, I think we've done away with it at last. Okay, all right. Well, that was a bit of a sprint. Editing these is going to be even more of a sprint, so wish me luck. And I'll have these all handed in at the right time.
And we will see you tomorrow for even more whiskey.
Ooh, 19th. We're almost into the 20s. When you're in the 20s, then you know that you're in the home stretch. You can start to feel good about things. Okay, all right. Catch you then, Slanger.